Hi, I'm Kealy, and my documentary is about the naturality of landscaping. After World War II ended, there was a need for housing in the United States, so the development of suburbs began. Housing development started to pop up around major cities, and many people moved out of urban areas. The American dream became the ability to buy a home in the suburbs with a white picket fence and green lawn. The cookie-cutter house and yard style took over as suburbia expanded. Green grass and flower beds really add to a home's curb appeal, so landscaping and irrigation became a routine part of maintaining one's yard. But why did grass, a plant not native to America, become a staple plant of front yards, parks, and fields nationwide? During the colonization of the United States, it was noted that the native grasses were not as nutritious for the livestock as the grasses used in England and other parts of Europe. Grass seed was a popular item to bring to the colonies in the 1600s to replace the native grasses there. Bermuda grass and Kentucky bluegrass were two types of grasses brought over and spread by the Europeans that are still widely used in the United States today. Planting sod is another method used to grow grass and quickly establish a lawn where needed. In warmer times of the year, these grasses need to be watered regularly to stay healthy and keep its green color. Irrigation keeps these grasses hydrated, like they would be in their native setting, so it maintains its green color. The application of pesticides and fertilizers is another unnatural factor associated with maintaining a green yard. Insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides are all types of pesticides used to keep unwanted bugs, plants, fungi, and pests from affecting the yard, while fertilizers are used to give plants added nutrients to improve their growth. The chemical used in these products can have detrimental side effects on people, pets, and wildlife that come into contact with them. Adding to this problem, irrigating areas after they have been sprayed can cause the pesticides to run off into nearby water systems and storm drains. One effect of this is eutrophication, which causes algal blooms due to a change in the water's pH, which affects the life in that water. Pesticides can also harm the health of people and animals exposed to it, decrease biodiversity in the area, lower soil quality, making erosion more likely, contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, and cause many other problems. They can be helpful with food production, but are not worth these consequences when a green lawn is one of the only benefits. Effective alternatives include live traps, motion sensor deer sprinklers, sprinkler heads side by side for areas that get hit by a lot of sun, and growing plants that animals do not like to eat. In Tanzania, farmers grow sunflowers mixed with corn to deter elephants from eating their crops. This advertisement shows some of the methods used to maintain a healthy yard.
Hey, I'm Aaron, and he's G. And at Bronx Yard Work, we live by our motto, plant one.
We dig into every job that comes our way.
Doesn't matter the season, we rake.
We go yard
to yard. Are weeds an issue? No problem. They're growing, gone.
We have the largest
and strongest
landscaping company in all the area. We touch all the bases and keep our customers coming back for more.
So remember, when you want the best yard in the neighborhood, it's a no-doubter. Call Bronx Yard Work at 555-PLANT-ONE.
Gardner plants one.
How natural is a yard? Green lawns and colorful shrubbery have become a staple of yards in America, even though the majority of plants grown are not native. These non-native plants are then supported by unnatural processes like irrigation, landscaping, and the application of pesticides and fertilizers. It is creating a landscape that appears natural but done so in an artificial manner. Humans have learned a lot about nature by working alongside it throughout our history, as Richard White discusses in his book, The Organic Machine. Irrigation has undergone a lot of changes since its development during the agricultural revolution. It started off as the redirecting of bodies of water onto crops and using flood irrigation, which was not very sustainable. Now methods like drip irrigation are used, which is over 95% efficient, meaning that almost all of the water emitted is soaked up by the targeted plants. Microdrip and spaghetti tubing are other techniques used to reduce waste as much as possible. Other parts of modern irrigation systems, like the smart controller, have several new innovations to reduce their impact on the environment, showing how we have learned and adapted with nature over time. This controller will base the watering schedule on the weather forecast to be as efficient as possible. Hydrangeas are an example of a popular non-native plant grown in a different climate than where they originate. There are over 75 species of the plant that naturally live in Asia and South America. Their water requirements include keeping the soil constantly damp with good drainage, which is not always available when grown in the United States. To stay healthy, this must be replicated with unnatural processes, such as watering them twice daily in warmer months. The benefits of these processes is that they help bring plants and nature to people's homes who may not be able to experience it regularly otherwise. It also brings people in urban centers closer to nature, giving them the opportunity to experience it on a daily basis. Grass is an easily managed plant that people and their pets can spend time in, which gets them outside. People can also grow indoor plants if they do not have access to a yard or park, bringing a piece of nature into their homes or offices. Landscaping makes nature accessible to everyone in some capacity, which makes some of the environmental costs feel worth it.